Meth head Moxley, meth head Moxley, walked out with the belt. With meth head Moxley, meth head Moxley, walked out with the belt. Get them tilt, let's go. You ready? You ready to review this?
AEW Revolution 2025.
Nickelback once had a song, Edge of a Revolution. Well, we didn't get Edge tonight. It was
No.
Moxley. For whatever reason, they went with Moxley.
Yeah, we didn't get Edge, we didn't get Cage, we didn't even get Cope, but we need to cope with the fact that Jon Moxley remains our AEW World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know why. Nobody wants him as champion, nobody likes him as champion. He has taken AEW to record low numbers, and I know it's harsh just to blame him on that, but you know what? Screw it. The Black Riders absolutely suck. Moxley absolutely sucks.
The Black Riders?
Whatever they're called, I don't
Death
know.
Riders?
Five, they're riding this company to the death, aren't they? And they're taking Tony Khan's money for a fucking ride.
Like a fucking pogo stick.
I think Tony Khan's going to wake up one day bankrupt. He'll have no money left because all these jobbers have stolen it on him.
Can you give us some for you?
Well, that would be ideal, but
Come on,
yeah,
Tony.
that main event, shocking main event. What was, I mean, hold on here. You said that the steel cage match was the worst match
I
tonight.
said that before the main event.
It doesn't matter, man. That
Aye,
steel
it does.
cage match was alright compared to this shite. I think this was the worst match tonight.
Well,
It was so fucking boring.
I'll change it now. But
And we had
when I
one of
said
the
that-
we had one of the worst paradigm shifts of all time. I mean, Moxley literally goes for the DDT and Edge doesn't even move, and Edge's head's about 10 feet away from the
you know
mat,
what?
then he just falls over.
See, do you not think Moxley's one of the worst workers? Like, ever in the main event scene?
I'd say so.
No, because we're not talking about a guy that, started in the 80s and all. That's when they were like, muscly and they didn't work great, Matt. I mean, we're talking about a guy that came into the business
Yeah, but let's be
in a
honest.
period with good workers,
Mo-
allegedly.
I mean, I wouldn't say Moxley's got a great body now. He's put a bit of weight on. He's put a bit of muscle on since he was in WWE. But he's still not in great shape. He just looks like a fucking meth head, a junkie. Doesn't look like a guy that would be winning world titles.
Anyway, we'll talk about him when
How
we get to-
overrated are the Shield, by the way?
No, I'm
I mean,
not.
three guys are lucky to have jobs.
Right, opening match, MJF against Hangman Adam Page. I thought they got us off to a half decent start. I thought the match was alright. MJF, he's using the retro Hangman Adam Page graphic.
It was good, MJF.
I don't get that though. Oh, he's getting cheap heat by using one of his old
Yeah, I mean, MJF pretended he was Hangman Adam Page.
See, no, but see if Cena comes out to Dash and Cody Rhodes at Mania 41. Am I supposed to mark out and go, oh, he's a bad man? I mean, really?
Yeah, probably not. We had we didn't have John Cena. We had MJF hit the
Fucking
Tombstone
everywhere
Pile
with WWE
Driver
might have been here.
on the outside, on a chair, threw in Hangman to the ring. Hangman came back. He hit a couple of moves, hit the buckshot lariat, got the win. Did a fallen Angel's wing, and he dropped MJF on his face. So, yeah, I mean, it was a decent opening match. Hangman wins, MJF loses. We'll see what happens going forward.
See, apart from the main event, I feel like every match had a spot / botch where someone could have seriously got hurt. Would you agree with that? Maybe apart from the tag match as well.
I don't know. I got hurt watching the main event. Like,
I mean, I'm not saying like. I think the women's match was. I thought it was relatively safe considering what they were doing, but I think when you're playing with glass, accidents can happen, folks. But Hangman Page wins, all right, but yeah, big injuries. Literally land at face. When you land nose first and you're Jewish, man, that's no good.
nah, MJF. No. Bad landing for MJF. Maxwell Jacob Freeman. I made this comment during the show, and I'll repeat it because I'm not afraid, and I know it will come with backlash. And honestly, I don't give a fuck because no one's opinion is going to change my opinion. But also, I think people are easily misled. See, just because a company puts titles on you or puts you in main events, it doesn't mean you're good. And I'm not going to live my life as a wrestling fan, unfortunately, these days, pretending that someone's great just because they get booked as the top guy, or in this guy's case, the top dog, the big dog. I think MJF's better than Roman Reigns. I do. I think he's better in the ring. I think he puts on better matches. I think that he's a much better promo guy. Does Roman Reigns have a better look? I would say so, yes. But in terms of performance, for me, MJF's better than Roman Reigns. See the Shield, man, they're all three overrated. And I don't care how many titles Seth Rollins has won. He's never going to be anything more to me than an overrated, squeaky voice, cross-dressing bitch. That's all that he is. Fucking clown shoes. Comes out with those big red loafers on. He'd be better off stomping his fucking brains out. Because he's a joke. Him, Moxley, and Roman Reigns, three retards. You got John Moxley, who looks like a meth head, looks like Trevor for GTA. You got Seth Rollins, who looks like he'd be right at home in some sort of transgender strip club bar. And then you've got fucking Roman Reigns, who cash register chin, man. He's replaced Khali. Lucky that he's somehow related to The Rock. But when you're half Samoan, everybody's related to The Rock. So, I mean, what difference does it make?
Roman Reigns has got a cash register chin in a cashless society. Kind of makes him irrelevant.
No, but come on. Why is everyone pretending that Roman Reigns is God mode these days? They hated the guy for years. They hated the guy for years and years and years. And then they finally accepted him. And even then, you look at, he got over because he was Paul Heyman was his manager. He got over because he was taking on top guys in the company. And then when you look at what was the best stuff in the Bloodline? Honestly, see if you look back at it, it was probably Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. Yeah. And the fact that those two just could not get along, and the bitterness and the rivalry between those two. Seeing you look back at the Bloodline stuff when it all peaked Bloodline, a lot of it was Roman Reigns just standing there. While Sami Zayn and Jey Uso were, going back and forth, or Paul Heyman was cutting promos.
I agree, but we're getting sidetracked. Let's move on. Page 1, alright match. No, what was not alright was Mercedes Moné defeating Momo, Fatty Momo, Chunky Momo.
Momo Watalibana! Momo Watabana! Me from Japan, I take on the Mercedes Moné. Oh, bitches.
Chubby face, chunky body, and just shite, to be honest.
I mean, just a dime a dozen, as Jeff Jarrett once said.
Yep.
I refuse to believe they couldn't pluck somebody better for Japan. Let's put it that way.
Aye. No, absolutely, but just a match that went too long. You said it was 18 minutes?
18 and a half minutes. Not sure why. Momo tapped. Mercedes Moné won. She's got 4 belts. I'm sure she'll be looking to make that 3rd belt come home soon. 5th belt even. I don't know why her winning another belt would delete a belt. Anyway, up next, we got Swerve Strickland, Ricochet. We've seen it before, man. Ricochet with his flips and that. And I've actually said, the guy's had some okay character work, I think, in AEW. I say okay character.
Why doesn't he tone this down as a heel? See, doing what he does here, it's not a heel thing to do. It's not.
But I don't think there is. I think there's barely any heels left in wrestling.
And by the way, folks, top 30 heel turns getting fucking dismantled tomorrow.
Yeah, that list's a joke.
You'd rather be on fucking Epstein's list than that list. That list's a fucking joke.
Yeah, that list is disingenuous. But here's WWE whitewashing you. They will try and tell you that all the best stuff, whether it is the heel turns or greatest moments or best matches or best promos or biggest returns, all these lists, they always oversaturate it with the current stuff just to try and, brainwash you into believing, oh, well, look, most of this list is made up of the stuff from the last 2 years. So this must mean today's product's better. No, see if they were truthful. It would all be stuff from the Ruthless Aggression, Attitude, 80s, 90s, golden era. That's all it would be. There would be nothing from today, and you would look at it and you go, you know what? Fucking today's wrestling must be shite. But they lie to you. But we're Fog Wrestling, we don't lie, we tell the truth.
No, the thing is, it's like, I would understand it out of 30 if they put in, even 5. Or you're putting a 6th in. Even though I totally disagree with it, it's like, you know what? Let's try and keep today semi-relevant. But what they actually do is put about 25 in. Out of 30, you get about 21, 22. and it's lies being told straight to your fucking face, and I can't sit for that. So we'll bury it tomorrow. But anyway, Strickland, Ricochet, Flippy, Dippy, Shitty, Nana coming out with his house coat. Well, guess what? I'm reviewing this in my house coat right now. Does that make me the fucking? Does that make me?
Yeah, we need to stop pretending that this Prince Nana's a great guy or he's like a legend. He's nothing. He's a bum. He's a fucking jobber. He's a nobody. See if Prince Nana called me right now and says, "Here, I want to be in this review. I want to be the third man, Hulk Hogan, buddy." I would say, "Nah."
What side's he on?
I would turn around and say, We work better as the outsiders, buddy. Yeah, black and white, red
We're
and
the
yellow.
outsiders with our house coat. You're the insider with your dressing gown, buddy. Fuck off. Anyway, Swerve Strickland wins here. We'll move on.
I'm not wearing a house coat on the East Wing tonight.
Well, they're all on the West Wing, aren't they? Hung up. Different one for each fucking day of the week. Who am I kidding?
Just a bit, it's a bit like wrestling. It's a different show for every
Let me
day.
bust your bubble. See if you've got an East and a West Wing. You aren't watching wrestling. You sure as fuck aren't watching us. So, sorry about your damn
Well, sure, Matthew
West Wing.
Miles claims to fucking have mansions growing out his ears. And he's obsessed with our channel. So.
He's not listening to this one.
Don't blame him. Anyway, right, let's move on. It was the match was I didn't like. It was too flippy dippy for me.
Aye.
Right, Continental Classic, Okada, Brody King. I'm happy to move on. Okada wins. Okada must be, I think, possibly the most overrated. Listen, I'm not saying, for example, I like Take a Shitter, but I think Take a Shit's got a better look to him. I think Take a Shit's got a better body type. I just think Take a Shitter looks more legit. And I can buy him more as a wrestler, as a heel, as a badass. Okada just looks like this fucking flabby, skinny guy that has got... His offense looks shit. The Rainmaker is a horrible clothesline finisher. And for anyone that says that's better than the clothesline for hell,
Mental illness.
you just have to go to hell.
No, you do, yeah.
Because that move is shit.
No, it's so bad.
I can't think anyone else does a clothesline, but that's the worst clothesline finish I've ever seen.
I'm fair, right? You see if people think that Hogan's leg drop and like the Rock, like the people's elbow is like a weak finisher. I'll
Leg drop is shite. Like
no, I'll agree with it. But you know what? I feel like there's a lot more force put in behind him. Okada drags him in and wraps his arm around him. Biatch.
Yeah, but you also got to keep in mind the error that these moves. I mean, Hogan did the leg drop in the 80s. I think that was an acceptable move in the 80s.
Yeah.
Okada,
And also, The Rock never really pinned anyone with the people's elbow, didn't he? Not.
I mean, he did. It was more. I think the Rock Bottom probably got more wins.
Yeah, but he didn't beat. It's not like he was.
But even then,
he didn't
the
beat Austin with the people's elbow.
The people's elbow had a lot. I think had a lot of philosophy in it.
It was an elbow right to the heart.
Right to the heart.
Anyway,
Someone's
Okada
delivered
won.
an elbow to our heart.
right. Hurt Syndicate against the Outrunners. Hurt Syndicate win. Quick match that was all right.
Yeah, Outrunners got pretty much jobbed out here, but I mean, I'm not saying it should go any other way, to be fair.
Yeah. Match 5, Hollywood ending match for the AW Women's Championship match. Tony Storm, Mariah May.
Never mind Hollywood ending.
This was Hollywood. The main event was Bollywood.
Yeah, that's good. But never mind Hollywood ending. This should have been main event ending. This should have ended Revolution. It didn't. But you know what? Didn't stop it from being the best match of the night, hands down. Best match of the year. I'll put this up against any match I've seen.
Yeah. And you know what? Why I think another reason is because if you're going to use blood in the steel cage match, then it wouldn't have affected it for me, because to me this one was I thought the blood in this one was more. The steel cage match went too long, folks. But as for this match, yeah, totally agree. Should have been the main event. But I don't believe Tony Khan's ever put the women in a
And you know what?
main event.
No, I don't think he has. I don't think he will. And I think if he does, it's going to be Mercedes Moné, unfortunately. But also, I don't think this match had any filler. This match didn't feel like it dragged out.
No,
This match felt like everything had a purpose. It felt like every spot meant something, and every spot was different. It did. See, watching the steel cage match, you know, I think it got to a point where it just felt like they kept doing the same thing over and over.
Yep.
Oh, flip. Oh, super kick. Oh, dive. Caught mid-air. Oh, screwdriver attack. Like everything, all the offense in this match was unique. It didn't feel like they were repeating the same weapons or repeating the same maneuvers.
Yeah. And what I liked about this is the match was quick, and because it was quick, the blood didn't go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tony Storm's just pure, laying there.
Unique spots, different, a cool ending.
Even the start, just attack, run up the ramp, attacked her there on the rampway. We got Luther getting involved. He got spat at. He got kicked in the nuts. He got put through a table. I think that killed him because we didn't see him for the rest of the match. Fuck knows where he went.
It was actually a decent spot because the table didn't break. It flipped.
Maybe he got sent back to
just AEW.
Maybe it was pretty good. Maybe he got sent back to the kitchen. I don't know. The butler. Then we had the Storm Zero from Mariah May onto steel steps, completely busting open Tony Storm. Tony Storm then got a bit more offense in on Mariah May. We got Glass brought into play. Both women ended up taping their hands, and I mean it was like kickboxing.
No, I actually seen something that WWE uploaded the top 10 most hardcore moments from the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match. Come on, compare it.
See if you're Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens,
you should be ashamed.
You must have borderline embarrassment that was an unsanctioned match. You're talking about ending careers, and then you've seen with these two women.
No, I'm actually baffled. Right? Why can't we get blood in WWE? Like, you do get it. Why couldn't that match have had blood?
I know, but even if they do give you blood, it's fucking it's shitey aluminium trash can lid shots. You know what I mean? Who wants that shit?
But it still would have made it better. It's just, it's like you're right. You can't build up this match. It's like, oh, fucking, this is the end of times. This one, and then nothing happens. Honestly, I can't fault this match in any degree.
Yeah, so we had the both women punching each other. Tony Storm was punched Mariah May with the glass hand, and then Mariah May went downstairs low blow with a glass bottle on Tony Storm. Then we had Tony Storm get thrown into the glass, and I mean we just had all these different spots, all these different weapons, and then in the end we had Tony Storm with the Storm Zero through the Hollywood ending table, and even the table then didn't break fully. It kind of just like completely, it kind of like snapped in the middle, then just folded perfectly. And then you seen the ending with Tony Storm getting the pin, and you got the Hollywood ending table. It was a really good visual, just both women laying there. Honestly, I think this match was about as perfect as a match could go.
Yeah, you're right. Seeing 2025. Hardcore match, because the problem is, I think if this is two men in AEW, they overdo it. They just completely and utterly would have overdone it, like we seen with Fletcher and Ospreay. It would have been fucking shite. And I thought this was done pretty much to perfection, is what you could have done. I mean, this is better than any women's match in WWE I've seen. Fuck, I mean, you could argue, and honestly, since when?
Tony Storm is the best female wrestler of the past. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Charlotte Flair, Bayley, they don't mean. Oh, Julia, Stephanie, don't mean dick. They're shit. They're not nothing.
You compare this one to Mi Chin and Chelsea Green. Fuck. I mean, she's got the audacity to dress as Mick Foley.
I know. It's embarrassing, isn't it? Like, see Chelsea Green. If she had any dignity, she would take off that Mick Foley outfit and throw it in the trash can and say, "Here,
have a nice day."
Aye, one of you girls can come and pick it out and wear it because you guys deserve it more than I do. But yeah, great match of the night, and I think that's going to be an end to this. And I really just hope they don't have Tony Storm lose at the next pay-per-view to Mercedes Moné. That would suck.
It would suck, absolutely. Takeshita, Kenny Omega, he's working the stomach, he's working the lower intestine.
But here, just before we talk with Kenny Omega, we've buried Tony Khan a lot, right? And some people think that we love Tony Khan, even though we don't. We buried Tony Khan when it wasn't cool to bury Tony Khan. See, when all you guys were bashing WWE and you were praising AEW, that's when we were bashing Tony Khan. That's when we were saying that AEW sucked. But let's give Tony Khan credit here because look at Tony Storm in WWE. Absolute nothing.
Yep.
Just a generic blonde chick. Look at her in AEW.
100 times better.
Arguably, for the past, 3 years, has been the best thing in wrestling.
Yeah, you could argue that, absolutely.
So, and it's not necessarily down to him, but he has allowed that to happen. He's gave her that platform.
Yeah, it's not fair to say everything bad's Tony and then everything good's not Tony. End of the day, it's somewhere in the middle, of course it will be.
Now, obviously, Tony Storm, I think, she deserves the most credit, but I think you've got to give Tony Khan something because anything shit, he gets a lot of the blame for.
I mean, I get Tony Khan. It's like, I always do believe that the men's main event for the world title should go on last, but you think you had to look at this card tonight. It's just, it's especially with the fact that Edge or Christian weren't going to win. What was he thinking? Anyway, we move on. Takeshita Kenny. Let's work the lower intestine. Kenny Omega won. Predictable.
I felt like pulling my intestines out watching this match. Kenny Omega's new theme song sucks. It's not as good as his old one.
But these guys just, it's the same fucking match. No, it's so good though, right? No, it sets apart Shawn Michaels for fucking Kenny Omega, and he worked a different match with everyone he faced. See, when you talk about him against Triple H, or him against Undertaker, him against Bret, or him against Kurt, each match was different. See Kenny Omega against Okada, Takeshita, Will Ospreay, you name it, it's the same fucking match.
It's the same shit, brother. But anyway, Dave Meltzer says Kenny Omega's the best wrestler in the world. I don't think that he is.
Yo,
He's not.
No, I'm not retarded. Could Kenny Omega have a good match against like Kurt Angle or Shawn Michaels? Of course he would, but it'd be down to fucking them. He'd try and just work the same shitty fucking style that he works against everybody.
Do you think Kenny Omega against an actual great, someone would just maybe like slap him and say, "Here, follow my lead, kid, and we'll get a good match"?
Keep your fingers away from my ass, you little freak.
No, like see if Kenny Omega was taking on fucking prime Kurt Angle. I do think that would be a good match.
Yeah, because we're fair here. We don't fucking
see
BS.
if Kenny Omega was taking on prime Benoit. I mean, I do think that would be a good match. Because I think that those guys would say to Omega, right, we ain't doing that shit, we ain't doing that shit, and we ain't doing that shit. We're going to do this, this, and this. But when Kenny Omega's in AEW, we take a shitter. It's just like, here, how many flips do you want to do? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but it's like,
tone it down a bit.
Meltzer can give, Will Ospreay's got 45 5-star matches, but see each one of them like the fucking same shit. What sets them apart?
Yeah, like you said, Shawn Michaels, right? The guy's had so many legit matches that I would consider 5 stars, and like, not many of them are similar.
Yeah.
Even the matches he has with the same opponent, like Shawn Michaels and Triple H had a lot of matches. They're all different.
Yep. But these guys have the same match every time they have a match.
But I mean, Kenny Omega could take a shitter 5 times. It doesn't matter the stipulation or the match type. I think all 5 matches would be very, very similar.
Yep. Anyway, though, he won. So he's
new international champion. Congratulations.
Well done to you. Right, steel cage match. Ospreay, Fletcher.
You know what, man? I want to give this a little bit of credit because I think there was some like pretty good spots, but I mean, Jesus Christ, you were getting massive move after massive move, and literally within 5 seconds, both guys were back on their feet, doing more crazy shit to each other. It's like it just undoes everything.
No, it does. You're right. It's horrific.
Like, no, but this would be like Taker throwing Mick Foley off the Hell in a Cell. Taker then does a 450 splash off the Hell in a Cell onto Mick Foley. Then he lifts him up to do a tombstone on the outside, but Mick Foley counters it into a Hurricane Rana.
Less is more.
And then Mick Foley runs into the ring as if he just didn't get chucked off the Hell in a Cell and he's pulling weapons out. It's just garbage, man.
No, but it's just fitting moves in for the sake of hitting moves. It's like, it's just ridiculous, man.
I know I don't get.
I'll never like this style of wrestling.
No, I don't get. Like, see if you're going to do this, that Spanish fly off the top, should that not end it?
Yeah. And then also I fucking hate you. They just copy. I feel like AEW does this a lot with the vulgar language, doesn't it? Like in these matches, towards the end, like they'll just scream like "fucking I hate you," "I fucking this and that." They did it in the women's match, and I'm pretty sure MJF and Hangman Adam Page did it. I mean, 3 times in one night. Is that not a bit fucking OTT over the top?
I think the women's one did it at the end, but the MJF one kind of he just took the mic and
He did it towards the end. I would agree, though.
did he?
He did. I recall him doing it towards the end.
I don't recall it in the MJF one, but yeah, I mean, can't really copy the same thing multiple times, can you? Anyway, Will Ospreay wins. We had some jobber come out. I don't know who his name was.
Mark Davis.
Well, I know his name, but I don't know who he is. Sorry, fuck.
We'll move on.
Yeah, he got involved. Don't know why. Just didn't serve much of a purpose.
What was match 8 then?
Oh, was no match yet?
Was there no?
No,
It was just 8 matches then?
I don't know. Did we miss a match?
No, but what we did have was the Queen of the Ring producer.
Well, this was awkward.
Yep. So he just didn't. He just wanted to put over his actors, his actresses, and then when the mic eventually did get to them, she's like, "Oh, this has taught me that you guys know you're going to win a match before we know you're going to win a match." It's like I just fucking killed kayfabe then.
Yeah, and then the other one took over and just went on a fucking rant
Yo,
about.
but not
I'm so happy to play a wrestler.
But note the thing is, right? See, in 2025, it's dead. Kayfabe's done. See, if you said this 20, 25, 30, 40 years ago, holy fuck. I think
McMahon would have come out and battered the fuck out
I
of him.
think Shivani grabs her over the fucking barricade.
And starts pummeling him.
Aye.
Or, no, at the very least, I think the mic gets taken away from him.
Yep.
I think they just get cut off.
Yeah, and like McMahon pulls all advertising for the movie. Like, no, that's.
They get ejected by security.
You know what I mean? And you'll probably get fucking losers out there, like the WWE fanboys that'll bash this, but The Rock breaks kayfabe about 10 times in a promo. Press conferences.
I know it comes out. John Cena turns heel. Yeah, just Triple H. We knew about it. We decided we were going to do it. It's like, what the fuck, you know?
You know, like, what she said, it's cryptic to a degree. It's not flat out saying it's fake, but it's still breaking kayfabe. And it's not AEW's fault. They probably didn't know she was going to say that.
Right, something that I wish was fake. Main event time. Moxley comes out. So, I mean, first you got Adam Copeland, like, with a lime green outfit, something that I think AJ Styles would wear and pull off. Adam Copeland at 54 or whatever just didn't look good in this outfit. And then Moxley comes out, and speaking about bad outfits, he comes out wearing this, like, olive green cargo pants and an olive green t-shirt and just absolute shite. I mean, Moxley looked like a guy that was walking down an alleyway to meet up with his dealer.
Yeah, just an awful build up to it, man. Awful attires, and I mean, let's be honest, the tires don't make everything, right? Michaels wore a shitey creep brown.
Well, no,
chamber,
but I mean, the Brooklyn Brawler was never in a world title match main event, was he?
No, he wasn't, to be fair. He absolutely wasn't. But it's just this match. It just I can accept a shit match if you just fucking get the belt off him, but not taking the belt off him.
Yeah, so like I'm not going to talk too much about the match, but there was one awful spot. Moxley goes for the paradigm shift on Edge after the referee took a pretty good ref bump to the outside, and Moxley just drops on his back to deliver the DDT. Edge just does not go down. His head's about 2 feet off the ground, and then he decides to sell it as if he actually got DDT'd. Really poor. Then Christian comes in, cashes in the briefcase, signs the contract, gets in the ring, hits a spear, Cope kicks out, and I'm thinking, well, I think if Christian was going to win, he'd have won straight away. He then hits the Imprettier, goes for the cover, Moxley jumps in, applies the Bulldog. Christian manages to get his hand back on Cope, gets a 2 count. Moxley then tightens the grip on the Bulldog choke, pulls Christian off Cope, and then the referee calls the match. Moxley wins, and you're thinking, what the hell just happened here? Moxley walks out with the briefcase that holds the belt, and then Prince Nana got in his face. I don't see why he's getting in anyone's face.
See, what's this do? Does this set up Edge and Christian again? This just made Christian look so weak, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Maybe a fatal 4-way or something.
Maybe.
4-way elimination, or
Fucking just get the belt off Moxley, man.
and then Swerve
No, wait,
Strickland does a
stop.
big dive from the balcony and takes him out.
This company, man, I'm surprised he didn't trip and land on the fucking concrete. But I believe the next pay-per-view's in May. Yo, try and get a rate and do something. Moxley against Swerve Wednesday title match.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait till the Double or Nothing. I would have Moxley defend that on Dynamite.
Yep. Anyway, can we defend this show? What are we getting out of 10?
We also had Jay White come down, by the way, and crack Edge.
Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Shite.
What am I going to give this show? AEW Revolution. Right, well, I got to factor in. It did have one of the best matches I've seen in a long time. So, I got to factor that in. MJF, Hangman Page was okay. I mean, was there anything overly bad?
The main event.
The main event was pish, like, but a lot of the matches were boring.
But the thing is,
Ricochet
right?
Swerve was boring. Take a shit at Omega was boring.
No, but see those matches,
Okada versus Brody King was boring. Yeah, there was a few bad things. I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
No, but see, like those matches, like the cage match. See if you just tweak the selling, you can make matches that I think are unsufferable and fucking unbearable and make them alright. But it's just a simple tweak. See this main event match? I don't know. Apart from changing the fucking winner, man, I don't know how you make it better. Moxley is an awful worker. Edge, I never thought. Edge is never the greatest worker. I'll be honest, is he?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, and what we got better? See if you were never the best worker in your prime, you're not going to be a good worker in your 50s. You know what I mean? That's the reality.
That's the truth.
Like I mean, what was the best period for Edge matches? What would you say? I'd probably say.
I'd say maybe early 2000s. Him and Angle had some great matches.
Yeah, and obviously TLC matches and shit. Anyway, folks, I'll agree with a 4 out of 10. It has to get massively boosted, like you said, for the women's match. So, your thoughts down below.
I mean, when you factor, you talk about Edge, it's like, I think when Edge I think by the mid 2000s, Edge was more over for being the rated R superstar. It was more of his character that was over.
Yeah, and then his actual.
I don't think he was necessarily, over for being a great wrestler.
I just think Moxley's fucking horrific. He's just awful. See this whole, he went to rehab and he's went to AA and he's fine now, is he? I'd check his blood alcohol levels and get a drug test done on him because I don't think he's fine.
I think
He trembles. How fitting is it? Yeah, the company's. You've got the potential to do something. Tony Khan's got the money and he persists with this guy. I'm seeing people compare it to Hogan and Triple H. Put a bit of fucking respect on those guys. Moxley's nothing like them.
Yeah, anyway, I'm getting a 4 out of 10. What are you giving it?
I've already gave it a 4. Anyway, 4 out of 10. Raw tomorrow night. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide.
CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Steel Cage.
Oh yeah.